Hillary Clinton broke government rules by using a private email server without approval for her work as U.S. Secretary of State, an internal government watchdog said on Wednesday. The long-awaited report by the State Department Inspector General was the first official audit of the controversial arrangement to be made public. It was highly critical of Clinton's use of a server in her home and immediately fueled Republican attacks on Clinton, the Democratic frontrunner in an already acrimonious presidential race. The report, which also found problems in department record-keeping practices before Clinton's tenure, undermined Clinton's earlier defenses of her emails, likely adding to Democratic anxieties about public perceptions of the candidate. A majority of voters say Clinton is dishonest, according to multiple polls. The report concluded that Clinton would not have been allowed to use the server in her home had she asked the department officials in charge of information security. The report said that staff who later raised concerns were told to keep quiet. Several suspected hacking attempts in 2011 were never reported to department information security officials, in breach of department rules, it said. She's as crooked as they come, Donald Trump, the presumptive Republican presidential candidate, said of Clinton at a campaign rally in Anaheim, California, adding that the report's findings were not good for her. Clinton's campaign disagreed, saying the report rebutted Republicans' criticism. The Inspector General's office examined email record-keeping under 5 secretaries of state, both Democratic and Republican. John Kerry, the current office holder, and predecessors Madeleine Albright, Colin Powell, and Condoleezza Rice all agreed to speak to the Inspector General's investigators. Clinton was the only one who declined to be interviewed, as did her aides. The report contradicted Clinton's repeated assertion that her server was allowed and that no permission was needed. Several other inquiries continue, including a U.S. Justice Department investigation into whether the arrangement broke laws. The Inspector General's report cited long-standing, systemic weaknesses with State Department records that predated Clinton's tenure and found problems with the email record-keeping of some of her predecessors, particularly Powell, that failed to comply with the Federal Records Act. But it singled out Clinton for her decision to use a private server in her home in Chappaqua, New York, for government business. The Office of the Inspector General found no evidence that the Secretary requested or obtained guidance or approval to conduct official business via a personal email account on her private server, the report said, using an abbreviation for the Office of Inspector General. The report said Clinton should have discussed the arrangement with the department's security and technology officials. Officials told investigators that they did not and would not approve her exclusive reliance on a personal email account to conduct department business. The reason, those officials said, is because it breached department rules and presented security risks.